Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check this Tuesday afternoon. It's me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Yatin, we've just built on yesterday's gains and we are cruising above that 18,300 mark. With the Sensex also clocking in a smart uptick. If you look at the broader end of the markets, both the mid and small cap indices were kind of outperforming the benchmarks, up somewhere around 0.6%. Correct. And today, most of the sectors, when I checked, were in the green except for the Nifty PSU Bank Index. So autos, IT, and metals, all these sectors were leading the charge in today's session. If you look at some of the top gainers on the Nifty, you had Coal India, IndusInd extending the run that we saw yesterday, Bajaj Finserv, Tata Motors as well racing ahead in trade. Remember, the company will be reporting its earnings this week. Among the losers, UPL, after a poor show in the fourth quarter, brokerages have downgraded the EPS, in fact the EPS estimates as well going forward, and Kotak Institutional has a reduced rating on the stock and has cut the target price as well significantly. Among the other movers, you had RIL, that's doing well. JPMorgan has come out with the report and it says that in the AGM this year, they expect the company to give some color on Geo Financial Services and retail. And aside of that, they say that the risk reward is attractive and will remain attractive through FY25. So that's something positive coming in on Reliance Industries. Aside of that, talk to us about some of the shares that you are picking up in the mid-cap end of the market.
So, first of all, let's put a reference to Mankind Pharma IPO, and what a solid listing, 27% gains coming into the issue price of 1080. Right now the stock is trading at 1380, so almost a 300 rupees uptick versus the issue price. Obviously the demand from the retail side was slightly lower, but yes, the QIB or the institutional investors have made a killing as far as this IPO is concerned. The market cap is well above that 55,000 crores mark, which was the case in the morning. And more importantly, the kind of momentum that we have seen in the stock is quite good. In fact, this is the 89th largest company in India, in terms of market capitalization. So very strong listing coming in for, this particular counter. As far as other stocks are concerned, Mahanagar Gas, that is buzzing on the back of good EBITDA growth this time. Birlasoft, good results. And, we have seen some clarity coming from the management in terms of demand. That stock is up 9%, top FNO gainer right now. FSL and Manappuram also are witnessing some good traction. Some profit taking in Apar Industries, the stock was at record highs, so that stock is down 13%. Indiabulls Real Estate, to my surprise, that stock is down 8%, and today the NCLT will pronounce the order relating to the merger of Indiabulls Real Estate with the Embassy Group. So all eyes on that, NCLT order. RVNL and Adani Transmissions both of these stocks are down by 5%. So RVNL, after a big rally, has witnessed some profit taking which is coming in. Broadly, I think, Nandita, the markets are stable, as you were saying, that the small cap and mid cap end of the market is quite active. But yes, as I was mentioning earlier, the star of the day is Mankind. And yes, a good listing and above expectation in terms of the market capitalization and the wealth created on the listing day.
When you're talking about Mankind Pharma, even Macquarie has come out with a report with an outperformed rating, and they had given a target which was 30% higher than its issue price of
it is met today. Yeah.
It has already been met. So that's one thing that's good. And of course, it's the biggest pharma company to come out with IPO post Grand Pharma.
Yes.
Right. So that's one thing that's going on pretty well. Kansai Nerolac is doing pretty well on the back of strong numbers and bonus issue in the ratio 1:2. There is Carborundum Universal, that's also rallying on the back of strong earnings growth. Aside of that, Birlasoft, he already mentioned, Zomato was down somewhere around 5% in intraday trade. There is stiff competition coming in from ONDC, and cheaper food on that platform is giving a run for to incumbents like Swiggy and Zomato, given the fact that their market share is at risk now that another player has come in which is offering cheaper food on their platform. So that's one stock that's not doing all that well. Aside of that, in the second half of the trading session, we'll be watching out for Lupin. That company will be reporting its earnings today. Aside of that, other pharma companies will also be reporting, like Cipla, later in the week. So pharma earnings will be in focus this week. Aside of that, pretty much stable, and we'll be of course watching out for the second half of the session, where we expect the Nifty to end around that 18,300 mark. But of course, Yatin and I will be back with the closing action at 3:30 p.m. So tune in for that. But for now, we are done with this midday market mood check. Thanks a lot for watching. It's a goodbye from me and Yatin. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control.